Welcome to What If Lab. Today, we'll delve into fascinating paradoxes that challenge our understanding of individuality, identity, and existence. We'll investigate the interplay between social norms and personal choices, ponder the implications of teleportation on our sense of self, and explore the complexities of free will versus determinism. Additionally, we'll analyze how our perceptions of aging influence our identity. Let's get started. The Paradox of Individuation. In the vast landscape of human behavior, the paradox of individuation emerges as a fascinating inquiry into the delicate balance between personal identity and social conformity. This paradox invites us to explore the tension that exists between our unique selves and the societal norms that shape our actions and decisions. As we embark on this exploration, we find ourselves navigating the intricate interplay of individuality and social influence. At the heart of this paradox lies the concept of individuation, our journey toward becoming distinct individuals with our own beliefs, values, and identities. Each person is a tapestry woven from experiences, emotions, and aspirations. Yet, as we strive to express our individuality, we are often met with the powerful currents of societal expectations. These norms, established by cultural, social, and historical contexts, exert a profound influence on our behavior, sometimes overshadowing our personal inclinations. Imagine a young artist, passionate about expressing their unique vision through vibrant colors and bold strokes. Yet, as they prepare for an exhibition, the artist feels the weight of societal expectations pressing down upon them. The art world, with its established norms and conventions, whispers that certain styles are more acceptable, more marketable. In this moment, the artist grapples with a choice: to remain true to their authentic self, or to conform to the expectations of others. This internal conflict encapsulates the essence of the paradox of individuation. As we delve deeper into this paradox, we begin to recognize the dual forces at play. On one hand, there is the innate desire to assert our individuality, to carve out a space that reflects who we truly are. On the other hand, the pull of social norms often compels us to adapt, to fit in, and to align with the expectations of our peers. This dynamic can create a sense of tension as we navigate the delicate balance between authenticity and conformity. Moreover, the paradox of individuation is not merely an abstract concept. It manifests in our everyday lives. From the choices we make about our appearance to the opinions we express in social settings, the influence of societal norms is ever present. We often find ourselves weighing the desire for acceptance against the need for self-expression, leading to complex decisions that reflect our struggle for individuality. As we prepare to explore the experiments and examples that illuminate this paradox, we are reminded of the profound impact of both individuality and social norms on our behavior. The journey of individuation is a deeply personal one, shaped by the interplay of internal desires and external influences. Through this exploration, we will uncover the mechanisms that drive our decisions and the ways in which we can navigate the intricate dance between being true to ourselves and responding to the world around us. The role of individuality in behavior. As we delve into the role of individuality in shaping behavior, we begin to uncover the intricate layers that define who we are. Each person carries within them a unique constellation of experiences, beliefs, and values, forming the foundation of their identity. This individuality is not merely a collection of traits. It represents the essence of our existence, influencing our thoughts, actions, and interactions with the world. Imagine a young woman named Clara who has always felt a deep connection to nature. From her earliest memories, she found solace in the embrace of trees, the whisper of the wind, and the vibrant colors of blooming flowers. This connection shapes her worldview, guiding her choices and aspirations. Clara chooses to study environmental science, driven by her passion for preserving the beauty of the natural world. Her individuality, rooted in these personal experiences, fuels her ambition and informs her decisions. However, as Clara progresses through her studies, she encounters a prevailing narrative within her academic community. Many of her peers express a more pragmatic approach to environmental issues, advocating for policies that prioritize economic growth over ecological preservation. Faced with this contrasting viewpoint, Clara begins to feel the tension between her beliefs and the dominant discourse around her. This internal struggle highlights the profound impact that individuality has on behavior, illustrating how our unique perspectives can both empower and challenge us. As we explore further, we recognize that individuality plays a crucial role in decision-making processes. Our values and beliefs act as guiding stars, illuminating the path we choose to follow. When faced with choices, individuals often draw upon their personal experiences to navigate dilemmas. Clara, for instance, must decide whether to align her research with the mainstream perspective or to advocate for a more holistic approach that reflects her beliefs. This decision is deeply influenced by her identity and the experiences that have shaped her understanding of the world. Moreover, the expression of individuality extends beyond personal choices. It also manifests in the way we interact with others. Each conversation, each relationship, is colored by the unique perspectives we bring to the table. When Clara engages with her classmates, her individuality shines through as she shares her passion for environmental justice. Her authentic expression can inspire others, encouraging them to reflect on their own beliefs and consider alternative viewpoints. Yet, the journey of embracing individuality is not without its challenges. The desire to remain true to oneself often coexists with the need for social acceptance. Clara may find herself at a crossroads, torn between voicing her perspective and conforming to the opinions of her peers. This tension serves as a reminder of the delicate balance we must navigate between asserting our individuality and seeking connection with others. As we reflect on the role of individuality in behavior, we begin to appreciate the intricate web of influences that shape our actions. Our unique identities inform our choices, guiding us through the complexities of life. Clara's journey exemplifies the power of individuality, illustrating how our personal experiences can empower us to make meaningful contributions to the world. In this exploration, we uncover not only the significance of individuality, but also the ways in which it interweaves with the broader tapestry of human experience, ultimately enriching our understanding of ourselves and our place within society. The influence of social norms. As we turn our attention to the influence of social norms, we find ourselves immersed in a world where collective expectations shape our behavior in profound ways. Social norms, the unwritten rules that govern our interactions and decisions, often operate beneath the surface of our consciousness. They guide us, sometimes imperceptibly, in how we think, act, and relate to one another. Imagine a bustling cafe on a Sunday morning filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the soft murmur of conversation. Each patron, engrossed in their own world, is simultaneously part of a larger social fabric. As people enter, they instinctively follow the unspoken rules of the space, waiting in line, greeting the barista, and finding a seat. This harmonious flow is a testament to the power of social norms, which create an environment where everyone feels a sense of belonging. Yet these norms can also constrain individuality, leading to a subtle dance between conformity and self-expression. Consider a young man named Alex, who loves to wear brightly colored clothing, using fashion as a form of self-expression. However, as he steps into the cafe, he notices the predominantly neutral tones worn by others. This moment sparks a flicker of doubt in his mind. Should he adhere to the subdued palette that seems to dominate the space, or should he embrace his vibrant style, regardless of the judgment it may invite? In this scenario, social norms exert a powerful influence on Alex's decision-making. The pressure to conform can create an internal conflict, forcing him to weigh his desire for self-expression against the desire to fit in. This tension is a common experience as we navigate the expectations of those around us while striving to remain true to ourselves. Social norms extend beyond personal choices, shaping our behaviors in various contexts. In professional settings, for instance, the expectation to dress formally or communicate in a particular manner can significantly impact how individuals present themselves. A woman named Sarah, eager to assert her individuality in a corporate environment, may hesitate to share her innovative ideas if she feels they deviate from the established norms of her workplace. The fear of judgment or rejection can stifle creativity and discourage authentic expression. As we explore further, we encounter the concept of groupthink, where the desire for harmony in a group can lead to a suppression of dissenting opinions. In a meeting filled with enthusiastic colleagues, a participant might hold back a critical perspective, fearing it could disrupt the collective agreement. This phenomenon illustrates how social norms can create an environment where conformity takes precedence over individuality, potentially hindering progress and innovation. Yet social norms are not inherently negative. They can foster connection and cohesion, providing a sense of stability in our interactions. The shared understanding of acceptable behavior allows us to navigate social situations with ease, helping us build relationships and form communities. In this way, norms serve as a double-edged sword, simultaneously guiding us and constraining our individuality. As we reflect on the influence of social norms, we begin to appreciate the complexities of human behavior. The interplay between conformity and individuality is an ongoing negotiation, one that shapes our choices and interactions in myriad ways. Alex's decision to embrace his vibrant style, or Sarah's hesitation to voice her ideas, exemplify the delicate balance we must strike in a world where social expectations loom large. In this exploration, we uncover the profound impact of social norms on our lives, revealing the intricate dance between individuality and conformity. By acknowledging these influences, we are better equipped to navigate the challenges they present, fostering a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place within the social landscape. Ultimately, this journey invites us to reflect on how we can embrace our individuality while engaging harmoniously with the world around us. Experiments demonstrating group influence. As we delve into the realm of experiments that illuminate the influence of group dynamics on individual behavior, we uncover a series of fascinating studies that reveal the profound power of social pressure. These experiments serve as windows into the ways in which our decisions can be swayed by the presence of others, often leading us to act in ways that contradict our personal beliefs or instincts. One of the most iconic studies in this area is the Asch conformity experiment, conducted by social psychologist Solomon Asch in the 1950s. In a simple yet revealing setup, Asch gathered groups of participants to partake in a vision test. Each group included one true participant and several confederates, individuals who were in on the experiment. The task was straightforward: to determine which line on a card matched the length of a given line. However, the confederates were instructed to unanimously provide incorrect answers. As the actual participant observed the confederates confidently declaring their wrong choices, a fascinating phenomenon occurred. Many individuals, despite knowing the correct answer, began to doubt their own perceptions and conform to the group's incorrect consensus. The tension between their internal belief and the external pressure to fit in created a psychological conflict, illustrating how the desire for acceptance can overshadow personal judgment. Imagine being in that room, feeling the weight of the group's gaze upon you as you grapple with the urge to speak out against the tide of conformity. This experiment not only highlighted the power of social influence, but also exposed the vulnerability of human perception in the face of collective opinion. Another pivotal study, conducted by Stanley Milgram in the early 1960s, delved even deeper into the complexities of obedience and authority. In this controversial experiment, participants were instructed to administer electric shocks to a learner, a Confederate, whenever an incorrect answer was given. The shocks, though not real, were designed to escalate in intensity. As the learner's responses grew more desperate, the experimenter urged the participants to continue administering shocks. What unfolded was both shocking and revealing. A significant portion of the participants obeyed the authority figure, delivering what they believed were painful shocks, even as their moral instincts urged them to stop. This study laid bare the unsettling reality of how social pressure and the perceived authority of the experimenter could lead individuals to act against their own ethical beliefs. The conflict between personal values and the demands of authority created a profound psychological dilemma. The bystander effect, another intriguing phenomenon, further underscores the influence of group dynamics on individual behavior. In a series of studies initiated after the tragic murder of Kitty Genovese in 1964, researchers explored how individuals respond in emergency situations when others are present. The findings revealed that the presence of bystanders often led to a diffusion of responsibility. When people witnessed an emergency, they were less likely to intervene if others were around, believing that someone else would take action. Picture a crowded street where a person collapses, and as onlookers gather, a chilling silence ensues. Each witness glances at one another, waiting for someone to take charge. This hesitation highlights the paradox of social influence. While we crave connection and community, we can also become paralyzed by the presence of others, leading to inaction when it matters most. These experiments collectively paint a vivid picture of the interplay between individuality and group dynamics. They remind us that our decisions are often influenced by the social contexts we inhabit, revealing the complexities of human behavior. As we navigate the delicate balance between conformity and self-expression, these insights invite us to reflect on our own experiences and the subtle pressures that shape our choices. In this exploration of group influence, we begin to understand the powerful forces at play in our lives. The Ash experiment, Milgram's obedience study, and the bystander effect each illuminate the intricate dance between individual beliefs and the sway of social norms. By recognizing these influences, we can cultivate a greater awareness of our own behaviors, empowering us to act with intention in a world where the collective often shapes the individual. The balance between individuality and conformity. As we continue our exploration of the paradox of individuation, we arrive at a crucial point: the delicate balance between individuality and conformity. This balance is a dynamic tension that shapes our behaviors and choices, weaving a complex narrative of self-expression and social acceptance. Imagine a vibrant marketplace, alive with the sounds of chatter and the scent of spices wafting through the air. Stalls brim with colorful textiles, handcrafted jewelry, and unique artworks. In this lively setting, individuals move about, each person a distinct thread in the tapestry of the community. Yet, amidst this vivid display of individuality, there exists an underlying current of social expectations that influences how people present themselves. Consider a young woman named Maya, who has a passion for creating bold, eclectic fashion. She loves to mix patterns, colors, and styles, expressing her creativity through her unique wardrobe. However, as she navigates the marketplace, she observes the predominantly uniform styles worn by others, neutrals, simple cuts, and classic designs. In this moment, Maya feels the pull of conformity, a whisper urging her to blend in rather than stand out. This internal conflict reflects the intricate balance between the desire to assert one's individuality and the instinct to conform to social norms. Maya grapples with the question, should she wear what truly resonates with her spirit, or should she adapt to fit the expectations of those around her? This struggle is not uncommon. Many individuals face similar dilemmas as they navigate their own identities within the framework of societal pressures. The balance between individuality and conformity can manifest in various aspects of our lives, our clothing choices, opinions, and even our career paths. For example, in a workplace setting, employees may feel compelled to adopt a certain demeanor or dress a specific way to align with corporate culture. A creative designer may suppress their innovative ideas to adhere to conventional practices, fearing that their uniqueness might be deemed unprofessional. This tension reflects the broader societal pressures that often prioritize conformity over individuality. Yet, the pursuit of individuality is not without its rewards. When individuals embrace their authentic selves, they contribute to a richer, more diverse community. Maya, if she chooses to wear her eclectic outfits, may inspire others to express their own uniqueness, sparking a wave of creativity that transforms the marketplace into a canvas of self-expression. This ripple effect emphasizes the importance of authenticity, encouraging others to step beyond the confines of conformity. Moreover, finding the balance between individuality and conformity can lead to personal growth and resilience. When we assert our unique perspectives, we learn to navigate the challenges that come with standing out. This journey can foster a deeper understanding of ourselves and strengthen our convictions. Maya's choice to wear what she loves, despite the pressure to conform, becomes an act of empowerment, reinforcing her identity and inspiring those around her. As we reflect on this balance, we begin to appreciate the complex interplay between social expectations and personal expression. Each decision to conform or assert individuality shapes not only our own identities, but also the fabric of the communities we inhabit. The marketplace, with its vibrant mix of colors and styles, serves as a metaphor for the beauty that arises when individuals embrace their uniqueness while navigating the currents of social norms. In this exploration, we uncover the nuanced dynamics of individuality and conformity, recognizing that both forces play essential roles in shaping our experiences. By understanding and embracing this balance, we empower ourselves to express our true selves while forming meaningful connections with others. The journey of individuation becomes a dance, a harmonious blend of personal authenticity and social engagement, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. Conclusion. Reflecting on the concept of time. As we reach the conclusion of our exploration into the paradox of individuation, we find ourselves contemplating the intricate interplay between individuality and social norms. This journey has revealed the ways in which our identities are shaped, challenged, and enriched by the forces that surround us. The balance between asserting our unique selves and conforming to societal expectations is a delicate dance, one that requires constant reflection and adaptation. In our quest for understanding, we have encountered the stories of individuals like Clara and Maya, who navigate the complexities of self-expression in a world filled with pressures to conform. Their experiences remind us that the journey of individuation is not a solitary path. Rather, it is interwoven with the lives of others. Each choice we make, whether to embrace our individuality or to align with social norms, reverberates through our communities, shaping the collective narrative. The experiments we examined, Ash's conformity study, Milgram's obedience research, and the bystander effect, serve as powerful illustrations of how group dynamics influence our behavior. These studies reveal the subtle yet profound impact of social pressure on our decisions, highlighting the tension between our personal beliefs and the expectations of those around us. They remind us that, while we may strive for authenticity, we are often influenced by the currents of conformity that flow through our social environments. As we reflect on these insights, we recognize that the journey of individuation is an ongoing process, shaped by time and context. Our identities are not fixed. They evolve as we encounter new experiences, relationships, and societal shifts. Each moment presents an opportunity to reassess who we are and how we wish to engage with the world. By embracing this fluidity, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place within the tapestry of human experience. In this exploration, we have also discovered the importance of fostering environments that encourage individuality while respecting the bonds of community. By celebrating diversity and creating spaces where authentic expression is valued, we contribute to a richer, more vibrant society. This commitment to both individuality and social connection allows us to navigate the complexities of human behavior with grace and empathy. Ultimately, the paradox of individuation invites us to reflect on our own journeys. It encourages us to embrace our unique identities while remaining open to the influences of the world around us. By acknowledging the interplay between individuality and conformity, we empower ourselves to make choices that resonate with our true selves, fostering a sense of belonging that honors both our personal truths and our collective humanity. As we conclude this exploration, we are left with a profound appreciation for the complexities of the human experience. The journey of individuation is not merely about asserting oneself. It is about understanding the delicate balance we strike between our individuality and the social fabric that surrounds us. In this dance, we find not only our true selves, but also the connections that bind us together, enriching our lives and the lives of those we encounter along the way. The Teleportation Paradox. In the realm of science fiction, teleportation captures the imagination like few other concepts. It evokes visions of instant travel, where characters can effortlessly traverse vast distances in the blink of an eye. Picture a futuristic city, where a person steps into a sleek chamber and with a soft hum, vanishes from one location only to reappear moments later in a distant place. This idea has fascinated storytellers and thinkers alike, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a world where the constraints of time and space no longer bind us. But what exactly is teleportation? At its core, teleportation refers to the hypothetical process of transferring matter or information from one point to another without traversing the space in between. In popular culture, it often involves the disassembly of a person or object at the origin point, followed by the reassembly at the destination. This concept raises profound questions about the nature of existence, identity, and consciousness. As we explore the idea of teleportation, we must consider its implications beyond the realm of fantasy. Theories in physics, particularly in the field of quantum mechanics, introduce us to a form of teleportation known as quantum teleportation. This process involves the transmission of quantum information between particles, allowing for the transfer of states without physical movement. While this scientific phenomenon is fascinating, it differs significantly from the teleportation depicted in science fiction, which often involves whole beings and complex human experiences. The allure of teleportation lies not only in its technological possibilities, but also in the philosophical dilemmas it presents. As we imagine a world where teleportation is a reality, we begin to ask deeper questions. What happens to our sense of self when we are disassembled and reassembled? Are we still the same person after such a journey? These inquiries invite us to reflect on the very essence of identity and what it means to be human. In this exploration of teleportation, we find ourselves at the intersection of science and philosophy. The ideas that arise challenge our understanding of continuity, consciousness, and the nature of existence itself. As we delve deeper into these questions, we open the door to a rich tapestry of thought, one that invites us to reconsider the boundaries of reality and the intricacies of our own identities. Philosophical questions. As we delve deeper into the concept of teleportation, we encounter a labyrinth of philosophical questions that challenge our understanding of identity and existence. The moment we consider the act of teleportation, we are compelled to ponder a fundamental inquiry. What does it mean to be the same person after undergoing such a radical transformation? Imagine a scenario in which an individual, let's call her Emma, steps into a teleportation chamber. As she prepares for her journey, she feels a mix of excitement and trepidation. The door closes, and a moment later, she finds herself standing in a completely different location, perhaps a bustling market in a distant city. Yet, as Emma looks around, a quiet voice in her mind begins to question the very nature of her experience. Is she still the same Emma who entered the chamber? Has anything essential about her changed? This inquiry leads us to explore the concept of continuity. In traditional views of identity, we often rely on physical continuity, our bodies, memories, and experiences, to define who we are. But what if those elements were disassembled and then reassembled elsewhere? If the atoms that constitute Emma's body are rearranged, is the result still Emma, or is it a new entity altogether? This question raises profound implications about the nature of consciousness and the essence of self. The philosopher John Locke famously proposed that personal identity is tied to consciousness and memory. According to this view, as long as Emma retains her memories and awareness, she remains the same person, regardless of her physical state. However, teleportation challenges this notion. If her memories are intact, but her physical form has been reconstructed, can we still claim that she is the same individual? The teleportation paradox forces us to reconsider the boundaries of identity and how deeply they are intertwined with our physical existence. As we navigate these philosophical waters, we must also confront the implications of disassembly. What happens to Emma's consciousness during the teleportation process? If her body is dismantled at the origin point, does her consciousness persist through that transformation, or does it cease to exist for a brief moment before being restored? The idea of consciousness existing independently from the physical body complicates our understanding of selfhood and challenges the very fabric of our reality. Moreover, the teleportation paradox invites us to reflect on the ethical dimensions of such a technology. If teleportation were possible, would it be morally acceptable to transport individuals in this manner? How would society perceive those who undergo teleportation? The potential for identity confusion, loss of self, or even existential crises becomes a poignant concern in discussions about the implications of teleportation. As we ponder these philosophical questions, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of science and existential inquiry. The teleportation paradox serves as a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears and hopes regarding identity, continuity, and what it truly means to be human. In this exploration, we are not merely considering a fantastical concept. We are engaging with the very essence of our existence and the profound questions that define our humanity. Scientific perspectives. As we transition from philosophical musings to the realm of science, the concept of teleportation presents both intriguing possibilities and significant challenges. In the scientific community, teleportation is not merely a fantastical idea confined to the pages of science fiction. It has roots in the principles of quantum mechanics, a field that has reshaped our understanding of the universe. To begin, we must explore the phenomenon of quantum teleportation. This process involves the transfer of quantum information between particles, allowing for the instantaneous transmission of states without physical movement. Imagine two entangled particles existing in a delicate dance of connection across vast distances. When one particle is manipulated, the other reflects that change, regardless of the space that separates them. This mysterious link hints at a profound interconnectedness in the fabric of reality. In essence, quantum teleportation does not involve the physical transportation of matter itself. Instead, it transmits information about the state of a particle. This distinction is crucial, for it reveals the limits of what we currently understand about teleportation. While quantum teleportation showcases the potential for instantaneous communication, it does not yet allow for the teleportation of larger, complex systems like human beings. As we delve into the implications of quantum teleportation, we find ourselves grappling with the challenges of scaling this phenomenon to encompass the intricacies of human identity. The human body consists of trillions of cells, each with its own intricate structure and function. The idea of disassembling and reassembling such complexity raises questions about the feasibility of teleportation as we envision it. Could we ever replicate the precise arrangement of atoms and molecules that constitute a living being? Moreover, the scientific exploration of teleportation invites us to consider the role of information in defining identity. If teleportation were to become a reality, we would need a method to encode all aspects of a person, memories, consciousness, and physical attributes into a format that could be transmitted and reconstructed. This technical challenge opens a Pandora's box of questions about the nature of consciousness itself. Is it merely a collection of data, or is there something more profound that cannot be captured in a digital format? The scientific pursuit of teleportation also leads us to consider the implications of such a technology on our understanding of space and time. If teleportation were possible, how would it alter our perception of distance? Travel would transform from a lengthy journey into an instant experience, fundamentally reshaping our interactions with the world. Yet this possibility is tempered by the reality of our current technological limitations. As we navigate the scientific landscape of teleportation, we uncover a rich tapestry of inquiry that balances wonder with skepticism. While quantum mechanics offers tantalizing glimpses into the potential for teleportation, the path from theoretical physics to practical application remains fraught with challenges. The exploration of this concept reveals not only the limits of our current knowledge, but also the profound questions that arise when we contemplate the nature of existence itself. In this journey through the scientific perspectives on teleportation, we come to appreciate the complexities of both the physical universe and the human experience. The intersection of science and philosophy invites us to ponder the possibilities that lie ahead, while recognizing the depth of the questions that teleportation presents. As we continue to explore these themes, we find ourselves captivated by the mysteries of the universe, and the quest for understanding only deepens. Identity across spatial boundaries. As we delve into the intricacies of teleportation, we encounter a profound question. What happens to personal identity when we cross spatial boundaries? This inquiry beckons us to consider not only the physical aspects of teleportation, but also the deeper implications for our understanding of selfhood. Imagine a scenario where a person named Lucas steps into a teleportation chamber, ready to embark on a journey to a distant planet. As the chamber hums to life, he feels a mixture of anticipation and apprehension. What will it mean to emerge on the other side? Will he still be the same Lucas who entered, or will something essential change? This moment encapsulates the crux of our exploration. The act of crossing spatial boundaries through teleportation raises questions about the continuity of identity. In traditional views, we often associate our sense of self with our physical bodies and the memories that reside within them. But as Lucas prepares for his teleportation, he contemplates the possibility that his very essence might be altered in the process. To understand this, we must consider the concept of physical continuity. If Lucas's body is disassembled at the origin point and reconstructed at the destination, what becomes of the original version of himself? Is the entity that emerges still Lucas, or is it a new being created from the same blueprint yet devoid of the original's experiences? This dilemma echoes through the ages, challenging our intuitions about identity and existence. In philosophical discourse, this question often leads to discussions about the nature of consciousness. If consciousness is seen as a continuous stream, a narrative woven from experiences and memories, then what happens when that stream is interrupted? When Lucas is dismantled, does his consciousness cease to exist momentarily, or does it persist in some form? This speculation invites us to ponder the very nature of awareness and how it relates to our physical presence. Moreover, the teleportation paradox prompts us to reflect on the role of memory in defining identity. Memory serves as a cornerstone of who we are. It shapes our perceptions, informs our choices, and connects us to our past. If Lucas retains his memories after teleportation, does that alone guarantee his identity? The question becomes even more complex when we consider the possibility of memory being reconstructed or altered in the process. What if certain memories were lost or transformed during the teleportation? How would that impact his sense of self? As we navigate these intricacies, we also encounter the notion of identity as a social construct. Our identities are often shaped by our relationships and interactions with others. If Lucas arrives in a new environment, how will he be perceived by those around him? Will they recognize him as the same person, or will he be seen as a stranger despite retaining his memories? This aspect of identity underscores the interplay between individual experiences and societal perceptions. In contemplating the implications of crossing spatial boundaries, we are drawn into a rich tapestry of thought that intertwines identity, consciousness, and social dynamics. The teleportation paradox serves as a lens through which we can examine the complexities of human experience, inviting us to explore what it truly means to be ourselves in a world where the boundaries of existence can be so fluid. Ultimately, as Lucas steps out of the teleportation chamber and into the unknown, he carries with him the weight of these questions. The journey of self-discovery continues, reminding us that the essence of identity is not solely defined by our physical form, but by the intricate interplay of memory, consciousness, and the connections we forge with the world around us. In this exploration, we find not only challenges to our understanding of selfhood, but also an invitation to reflect on the nature of existence itself. Ethical considerations. As we contemplate the possibilities of teleportation, we inevitably arrive at a crucial question. What are the ethical implications of such a technology? The allure of instant travel may be captivating, but it opens a Pandora's box of moral dilemmas that require careful consideration. Imagine a future where teleportation is not just a dream but a reality. In this world, individuals can step into a chamber and emerge in a different city or even another country in an instant. While this technology promises to revolutionize travel and connectivity, it also raises significant ethical concerns about the nature of existence and the potential consequences for society. One of the most pressing ethical dilemmas revolves around the concept of identity. If teleportation involves disassembling a person at one location and reassembling them at another, what does that mean for their identity? Are we still the same individuals if our atoms are rearranged? This question extends beyond philosophical inquiry. It challenges our legal and social frameworks. Would teleportation create new legal definitions of identity? What rights would a teleported individual possess? Additionally, we must consider the psychological effects of teleportation. For some, the experience of being disassembled and reassembled could lead to existential crises. Imagine a person named Sarah, who, after her first teleportation, struggles to reconcile her sense of self with the knowledge that her body has been reconstructed. The potential for identity confusion and the psychological burden of such experiences could have profound implications for mental health. The ethical considerations extend to societal impacts as well. If teleportation becomes accessible only to a privileged few, it could exacerbate existing inequalities. Those who can afford the technology might enjoy the benefits of instant travel, while others remain tethered to traditional means of transportation. This disparity could lead to a society where access to teleportation becomes yet another marker of social stratification, deepening divides and fostering resentment. Moreover, the environmental implications of teleportation cannot be overlooked. While it might reduce the carbon footprint associated with conventional travel, the energy required to power teleportation systems could be immense. Questions arise about the sustainability of such technology. Would the benefits of teleportation outweigh the potential environmental costs? The challenge lies in balancing technological advancement with ecological responsibility. As we explore these ethical considerations, we are reminded that with great power comes great responsibility. The introduction of teleportation into society would necessitate a re-examination of our moral frameworks and a commitment to ensuring that the technology serves the greater good. Policymakers, ethicists, and scientists must collaborate to navigate the complex landscape of teleportation and its implications. Ultimately, as we ponder the ethical dimensions of teleportation, we are invited to reflect on the essence of what it means to be human. The questions raised by this paradox compel us to consider how our identities, relationships, and responsibilities might evolve in a world where the boundaries of existence are blurred. In this exploration, we find not only challenges, but also an opportunity to engage in meaningful dialogue about the future of humanity and the technologies that may shape our lives. Conclusion. As we draw our exploration of the teleportation paradox to a close, we find ourselves reflecting on the intricate tapestry of questions and implications that this concept presents. The journey through the realms of science, philosophy, and ethics has illuminated the multifaceted nature of teleportation, revealing not only its potential, but also the profound dilemmas it entails. Throughout this discussion, we have encountered the tantalizing idea of instant travel, a concept that stretches the limits of our imagination. The prospect of stepping into a chamber and emerging in a different location sparks wonder and excitement. Yet, as we have seen, this technology raises critical questions about identity and existence. The notion of disassembly and reassembly challenges our understanding of what it means to be the same person, forcing us to confront the very essence of our humanity. We have navigated the scientific perspectives on teleportation, from the principles of quantum mechanics to the complexities of transferring information. While quantum teleportation reveals the potential for instantaneous communication, we acknowledge the vast gulf that remains between this phenomenon and the teleportation of human beings. The technical challenges are formidable, and the ethical considerations surrounding identity and consciousness remain at the forefront of our inquiry. Moreover, The ethical implications of teleportation extend beyond individual identity to encompass broader societal concerns. As we envision a world where teleportation is commonplace, we must grapple with the potential for inequality, the psychological effects on individuals, and the environmental consequences of such technology. The responsibility to ensure that teleportation serves the greater good falls upon us, prompting a collective dialogue about the values we wish to uphold in the face of rapid technological advancement. In this journey, we have been invited to reflect on the nature of existence itself. The teleportation paradox serves as a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears and aspirations regarding identity, connection, and the future of humanity. As we stand at the crossroads of possibility, we are reminded that the questions we ask are just as important as the answers we seek. Ultimately, the exploration of teleportation challenges us to reconsider our understanding of selfhood and the intricate web of relationships that define our lives. It invites us to embrace the complexities of existence, acknowledging that the essence of what it means to be human may lie not in the answers we find, but in the questions that continue to inspire our curiosity and wonder. As we close this chapter, the echoes of the teleportation paradox linger, urging us to keep pondering the mysteries of our reality and the boundless possibilities that await us in the future. The paradox of free will. In the quiet corners of philosophical thought, the concept of free will emerges as a profound and often contentious topic. At its heart lies a simple yet profound question. Do we truly have the power to make choices, or are our actions predetermined by a web of prior causes? This inquiry into the nature of free will has captivated thinkers for centuries, weaving through the fabric of moral philosophy, ethics, and even neuroscience. To grasp the essence of free will, we must first define what it means. Free will is the ability to make choices that are not solely dictated by external circumstances or predetermined factors. It suggests a sense of agency, the notion that individuals can act according to their own desires and intentions. This idea is foundational to our understanding of moral responsibility. If we are free to choose our actions, we can be held accountable for them. However, looming over the concept of free will is the philosophical doctrine of determinism. Determinism posits that every event, including human actions, is the inevitable result of preceding events and conditions. This perspective implies that our choices are not truly free, but rather the culmination of a chain of causality that extends back through time. If our thoughts and actions are predetermined by genetic, environmental, and social factors, what room remains for genuine choice? The stage is set for a rich debate between those who champion free will and those who argue for determinism. Advocates of free will often point to our experiences of deliberation and choice, arguing that these moments of decision reflect our capacity for autonomy. They contend that the very act of weighing options and making decisions is evidence of our freedom. Yet, as we delve deeper into this paradox, we find that the lines between free will and determinism blur, giving rise to the concept of compatibilism. This philosophical approach seeks to harmonize the two ideas, suggesting that free will can coexist with determinism. Compatibilists argue that even if our choices are influenced by prior causes, we can still act freely as long as our actions align with our desires and intentions. As we embark on this journey to explore the paradox of free will, we will navigate the philosophical arguments, scientific insights, and the implications for our understanding of human nature. The questions we encounter challenge our perceptions of agency, responsibility, and the very essence of what it means to be human. In this exploration, we find ourselves at the crossroads of thought, where the mysteries of choice and the fabric of existence intertwine. Philosophical perspectives. As we delve deeper into the paradox of free will, we encounter a rich tapestry of philosophical perspectives that illuminate the complexities of human choice. At the forefront of this discourse is the idea of determinism, a concept that has shaped the thoughts of many influential philosophers throughout history. Determinism asserts that every event in the universe, including our thoughts and actions, is the result of preceding causes. Imagine a vast chain of events stretching back through time, where each link influences the next. For proponents of determinism, this chain leaves little room for genuine choice. Figures like Baruch Spinoza and David Hume have articulated this viewpoint, suggesting that our decisions are merely the products of prior conditions, be they biological, environmental, or social. In contrast, advocates of free will argue that humans possess an intrinsic ability to make choices independent of such constraints. They emphasize the subjective experience of decision-making, where individuals feel a sense of agency and control over their actions. This sentiment resonates deeply within our moral framework. If we are free to choose, we can be held accountable for our deeds. Philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre champion this perspective, asserting that humans are condemned to be free, burdened with the responsibility of their choices. Yet as we navigate this philosophical landscape, we encounter a middle ground known as compatibilism. This view seeks to reconcile the seemingly opposing ideas of free will and determinism. Compatibilists argue that even if our choices are influenced by prior causes, we can still act freely as long as our actions align with our desires and intentions. This perspective invites us to redefine freedom, not as the absence of constraints, but as the ability to act according to our own motivations. Consider the example of a person facing a difficult decision, such as whether to pursue a new job opportunity. While external factors, like financial stability or familial obligations, may influence their choice, the decision ultimately rests in their hands. Compatibilists would argue that this individual is exercising free will, even if their choice is shaped by various influences. This philosophical dialogue opens a window into the nature of human existence. It challenges us to reconsider what it means to be free in a world where so many factors intertwine to shape our lives. The questions raised by this debate reverberate through our understanding of ethics, morality, and personal responsibility. As we continue to explore the paradox of free will, we find ourselves grappling with the profound implications of our choices and the forces that guide them. In this exploration, the essence of what it means to be human unfolds, revealing the delicate balance between freedom and determinism that defines our existence. Scientific insights. As we journey into the scientific realm, we uncover intriguing insights that challenge and enrich our understanding of free will. The intersection of neuroscience and psychology offers a window into the mechanics of decision-making, revealing the complexities that underlie our choices. Imagine a laboratory filled with advanced equipment, where researchers study the brain's activity as individuals make decisions. One of the most famous experiments in this field was conducted by Benjamin Libet in the 1980s. Participants were asked to perform a simple task, pressing a button at a time of their choosing, while their brain activity was monitored. Remarkably, Libet discovered that brain activity indicating a decision to act occurred several hundred milliseconds before participants reported being consciously aware of their choice. This finding sparked a wave of questions. If our brains are preparing to act before we are consciously aware, what does that mean for our sense of free will? In light of these findings, some argue that our experiences of choice may be illusory. If decisions are initiated unconsciously, can we truly claim to be the architects of our actions? This perspective raises profound implications for our understanding of agency and responsibility. Yet the story does not end here. Subsequent studies have sought to explore and replicate Libet's findings, often yielding mixed results. While some confirm the notion that unconscious processes influence decision-making, others emphasize the role of conscious deliberation. This ongoing dialogue reflects the complexity of human cognition, suggesting that our choices may be shaped by both conscious thoughts and unconscious influences. As we delve deeper into the workings of the mind, we also encounter the impact of implicit biases. These subconscious attitudes and stereotypes can affect our decisions in ways we may not even recognize. For example, studies have shown that people may make different choices based on factors such as race, gender, or socioeconomic status, often without conscious awareness. This insight complicates our understanding of free will, as it suggests that our choices may be swayed by hidden influences beyond our control. Amidst these scientific explorations, we begin to see a more nuanced picture of free will. The interplay of conscious thought, unconscious processes, and external factors paints a complex portrait of decision-making. While the findings of neuroscience challenge traditional notions of autonomy, they also enrich our understanding of human behavior, inviting us to reflect on the myriad influences that shape our choices. In this exploration of scientific insights, we are reminded that free will is not a simple binary of freedom versus determinism. Rather, it exists within a spectrum of influences, where the conscious mind and the unconscious interplay to guide our actions. As we ponder these complexities, we find ourselves engaged in a deeper inquiry about the nature of choice, responsibility, and the essence of what it means to be human. The scientific journey into the paradox of free will continues, inviting us to explore further the mysteries that lie within our own minds. Implications. As we reflect on the concept of free will and its complexities, we encounter profound implications that ripple through our understanding of morality, personal identity, and the very fabric of society. The questions surrounding free will resonate not only in philosophical discourse, but also in the practical realms of law, ethics, and human experience. One of the most significant implications of the free will debate lies in the realm of moral responsibility. If we are truly free to make choices, we can be held accountable for our actions. This belief forms the foundation of many legal systems, where individuals are judged based on their intentions and decisions. Imagine a courtroom where a jury must determine the fate of a defendant. The question of whether that person acted freely influences the judgment they receive. If determinism reigns supreme, the notion of accountability becomes murky. How do we assign blame when actions are seen as the inevitable result of prior causes? This dilemma extends beyond the courtroom and into everyday life. Our beliefs about free will shape how we perceive ourselves and others. When we view someone as having acted freely, we are more likely to hold them accountable for their actions. Conversely, if we see their behavior as predetermined by factors beyond their control, we may respond with compassion rather than condemnation. This shift in perspective can foster empathy, encouraging us to understand the complexities of human behavior rather than simplistically attributing actions to moral failings. Moreover, the implications of free will touch upon our sense of identity. Our choices and the narratives we create about ourselves contribute to our understanding of who we are. If free will is an illusion, how does that affect our self-perception? Consider a person who prides themselves on their independence and decision-making abilities. If they come to believe that their choices are merely the products of external influences, their sense of self may be profoundly shaken. This introspection can lead to existential questions about purpose and meaning as individuals grapple with the nature of their existence. In the broader societal context, the implications of free will extend to issues of justice and equality. If we accept that individuals have varying degrees of agency influenced by their circumstances, we must consider how to create a society that acknowledges these differences. This awareness can foster a more compassionate approach to justice, where rehabilitation and support take precedence over punitive measures. It encourages us to build systems that empower individuals to make choices that lead to positive outcomes, rather than simply holding them accountable for actions shaped by their environments. Ultimately, as we explore the implications of free will, we find ourselves at a crossroads of thought and action. The interplay between freedom and determinism challenges us to rethink our moral frameworks, our relationships with others, and our understanding of ourselves. The questions raised by the paradox of free will invite us to embrace the complexities of human existence, recognizing that our choices are influenced by a myriad of factors. In this exploration, we uncover not only the challenges of defining free will, but also the richness of human experience, where the search for meaning and agency continues to evolve. And now we have reached the end of the video. I won't say goodbye. See you next time.